Hi you guys, I am going to film this in real time. I had very little prep because my phone's going to die and the baby's gonna wake up. So I have been meaning to film for weeks, but I haven't been able to because mom of three, it's kind of hard. I bought some new whiteout. It's the same one that Valentina uses. I bought a pack of 10. And look at my nails. They've lasted. Look at this. That's how much they've grown. And this is a chip after I cut the long part off. But yeah, this is what I meant by I get them real thick, because then now they look normal. I found my other one in the midst of this. But anyways, today I'm doing a video that I have been long waiting to do. It is a net worth tracker video. I made these stickers. I made a bunch of stickers for myself, but this is some stickers that I made for my new planner, my OKPLANS planner. If y'all didn't watch my other videos, I'm going to show y'all again. And there's the baby. Mom life. Okay, so this is my main planner, and then I have two other planners. My husband's gonna get the baby, so I can film for a little bit longer. And I got too excited, of course, so I freaking planned my planner. I left only 6 months in here. But I also moved the divider, so this is in between the first month set, and then I put paper in between. This is stickers I'm going to be using for this month to match. I put paper in between and a bunch of sticky notes. All these are backwards. And then I put a second set because I bought a second planner. This is all stickered up, and then this is more simplified. I also designed March and April, so I have those colors already picked out. But yeah, I have to go nurse the baby now. To be continued. All right, let's try this again. Hi guys. The baby is sleeping in my husband's arms, so she will most likely not wake up, but the middle child is still up. We put on a Disney Plus movie, so maybe I can get this done today. First off, Happy New Year's. It's 2022 now. I think I showed y'all my January spread. This is my OKPLANS planner, and I'm gonna be doing something a little different. So I have two of these planners, and I split it so that there's only 6 months in this planner. And then I also bought a notebook from her with just these. So in the back here I have that layout going on. My brain's a little scattered, so bear with me. But this is going to be my January spread, where I put down my monthly bills and my credit card payoffs. And then I have a few sheets of notebook paper in between. And then what I did was I used the second planner and I put the monthly spread again. But this is going to be my daily expense tracker. I finally got bookmarks. I'm going to put the different color-coded, I don't know, I think I might just put it here. So that way every month if I change it, it'll stay with the month. So this page was in the front next to the 2022 one. So it used to be here. So I put it in the back, and then I started this. I got this idea from Valentina because she custom ordered some stickers for me. So this is how it looks like. And I finally watched all her videos. She posted a lot this week. So I caught up on her videos, and this was in one of her trackers, in her A5 tracker. And I love the idea. I don't know how successful I will be in it, because the problem with this is you have to keep track of all these separately. So what is all your different incomes? What are all your different expenses? I'm okay with savings and debt, but expenses is where I have a hard time. But anyways, I made some custom stickers. This is what I printed off this morning. So these two were the townhouse ones here, and I posted on Instagram what this is gonna look like. So I'm gonna fill it out. And then this is my 2022 townhouse payoff. So what the difference here is, this is every month, January through December. I left 12 lines here and 12 lines here. And you see here, it's the only thing that's different is this one doesn't have a source. Our goal is to pay off the townhouse in June of this year. And the reason why we're going to be able to do that is because we have, I'm going to do this off camera because I like to draw my lines and I don't want it to smear. So this is the net worth tracker. I was debating on putting it in the front of the planner, but this was one set and this is the second set. but this is how it looks like. And I got this layout idea from the Budget Mom, and I just wanted to show y'all a year in comparison. So this is 2020, and I didn't do it properly because I didn't include our home values and our car values. 2020, this is 2021, and this is my draft. So starting from here and downward, it is. So I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 on the asset side, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on the liability side. But shoot, I didn't finish. I need to add the Forerunner and the Corolla value. I do have them on my phone. I actually worked on this before New Year's, like literally at 10 p.m. I finally got this done because I didn't know all my login information for all of these. But yeah, essentially I'm going to transfer all of these numbers over to this tracker, and then I'm also going to do this tracker to see which one I like better. In summary, I wanted to show y'all the difference here. So last year in my 401k for my first job that I got 401k for, it grew 1,600, 11,203 to 12,800. I'm doing this in real time with y'all, so I haven't compared these numbers. TD Ameritrade, I have stock in Apple, and I got that like back in high school. It hasn't grown that much, only $800. And I just found out last year while I was working at Baker that I could withdraw the cash that's in there. So today, or as of the 31st, I have $24 to withdraw. And then from my employee stock that I used to have with Baker, I have $83 cash. And these two, I am going to withdraw them as soon as our townhome AmeriHome loan mortgage company, whatever, sends me the letter that allows me to log in and pay our mortgage. I haven't been able to pay December because they switched the loan care to AmeriHome. I no longer have an HSA. I did end up with like $2,000 in there, and I withdrew all that money whenever I left the company. Bills pay fund is bills fund here. This I always keep down to 500 because that's the amount that we have to have every month in the account without getting charged. And then our savings account 9449 was our insurance fund, but I've changed that now to Home 2025 fund, and we have exactly 500 now. I'm gonna do a new binder with prop money for all of these bank funds so I can keep track of it, because I want to do the net worth tracker every month now. And then savings 0772 was our cushion fund, so we had $295. We spent some money. We spent all of it actually, and then we've just been adding $25 a month to that one. And again, it's literally a cushion, so like if for some reason something comes out of our checking, we have that online so that I can just transfer it over real quick. Sinking funds I didn't track here, so I have no idea what we had last year, but sinking funds is constantly being used, so I don't even consider this true savings. It's just, you know, planning ahead. Evelyn's 529 would be Evelyn's Rory over here. We have 15,000 there instead of the 10. I call this emergency fund, but it's really just like different checking accounts that we had with my credit union. So that one is this one right here. So 363 to 702. That's been pretty much just sitting in the account. CDs. So instead of writing all three separate, I added them all together over here. So this is about 6, 12, 16K, 17K. Yeah, so it hasn't grown that much either. So 17K, and these two 6,000 ones are what we're going to use to pay the townhouse in May, because this is a 36-month CD, so we're allowed to access that money in May. And then this 4,000, we are not allowed to access it until November of 2022. But this 4,800 is pretty much Evelyn's. Tacoma checking is, again, I just added these checking accounts to the checking account here. Chase, I always leave Chase at a 0 balance. Yeah, it's not even on here. Oh yes, it is. Okay, so I always leave it at 0 because I don't really use this account. It is mine, and it's my longest account. That's the one that I opened Washington Mutual with, but I use our Wells Fargo one more now because it's the joint account with Ricardo. But this 369 is what I get from child support, and that's what I'm going to use for the next cash stuffing. So usually it's zeroed out because I don't keep anything in there. But yeah, back then I had 195. But you know, like my checking accounts, like they're really fluid. Like These two pretty much are at 0 or the minimum 500 at all times, because I don't like money just sitting there and not really making any interest. Capital One had it open a year ago and we've made a whopping 36 cents. But yeah, so again, this isn't accurate because the total assets is not going to be comparable to this one, since we have 2 properties on here. And I ended up adding all 3 cars that are mine. My Corolla is a 2006 Corolla at 181,000 miles, and my father-in-law uses it and maintains it and all that, but I still wanted to just get the value of it just for kicks. Shoot, I don't have my pen with me. Let me see. I'm actually gonna have to pause to get these numbers for the cars and then transfer them over. So as mentioned, I'm going to move this data over here as one layout, and then I'm going to also do another layout with these stickers, because this does a side-by-side comparison. I'm going to do December on one side and then January on the next side. I did another video and I had to stop again, so I might say things 3 times. Been out of the groove for 2020. I am going to write January through December, 2021 January through December, and then write down how much we paid additional each month. And then for 2022, I'm not going to do every month. I'm going to do every date that we pay extra off. So like, for example, that dollar challenge money jar, whatever, I got $87 out of that. So that's going to be my first line for additional payoff. We typically pay $672.72 extra every month, but my mortgage loan lender, whatever company, changed in December, so they haven't given me access to my new account, which is still with AmeriHome. It's just not AmeriHome Loan Care anymore, which is very annoying, because we have to hold on to that $1,500, but that technically should have been the first line. $87 will be the second line, and I'm gonna transfer these stickers over here, so it's gonna be 5 columns instead of 4 that I have here, because I'm gonna say where it came from. And the reason why I added this is because I'm gonna do a lot more, since our goal is to pay off the townhouse by June, and the sources are going to come from different things. So like our cash rewards, the dollar savings jar. Another example is cash that I'm getting from my investments. And so I didn't know that I had this money last year. I think I got like $300 off of my Apple one, because I've had this since like high school. I believe I invested $1,000 back in, I don't know if it was 2016 or 2013, but then I wouldn't have been in high school, maybe college. I don't know, but I put $1,000 in Apple, and now I'm at almost 5,000. So pretty sweet investment. I don't know much about investing, so I'm not the person to ask. But anyways, these are all the assets we have. These are all the liabilities we have. This is my draft. So again, I'm going to be transferring this to the 2 different layouts. This layout here with these stickers, I copied the Budget Mom. And this is the sticker set that I have. I was debating on doing it in the front of the planner, so that's why the sticker is, but decided to do the first time in the back just in case I don't like it. And after reviewing my numbers from last year, I had a lot of mistakes last year, and I'm pretty sure I'm still gonna have mistakes this year, but I got a lot better. So for example, last year I didn't include my 401k from Baker. This is an Fidelity, is a employee stock, I forgot what the second P is, something purchase plan, I think, employee stock purchase plan. So that's what that 1,700 is, I think. And I have 1,700, and now I have 3,200, but I didn't write down my actual 401k, unless it actually grew that much, but I highly doubt it. I don't think it went from 1,700 to 30k. And the reason why I have 30k is because I put in 15% of my pay when I was working at Baker, and they also matched 5%, so it grew rapidly even after I only worked for them for 2 years. So that's amazing to look at. After I think I've done net worth tracking before, but I've never really like actually sat down and looked at my numbers in regards to like percentages and like, wow, this is how much I am valued at. My problem is inconsistency. Like, I always track some month expenses here, some daily expenses here, and I never like follow through. So for 2022, I definitely want to follow through tracking my net worth every single month. So again, that's one mistake. The second mistake is I didn't value my home, my townhome, or our current home, because we bought our house, this house that we're living in September of 2020. So I could have had a value here. It wouldn't have been accurate because it's a new construction home, new community, new everything, but I could have at least put down, you know, how much we paid for the property. The value has gone up a lot. We bought our house for $194K, and realtor.com says that it's valued at $239,500. I also did other websites, so like for our home for Redfin it's at $240, but I decided to take I'm going to transfer the lowest amount. So for example, our townhouse, realtor.com said $190, Redfin.com said $185, but I'm going to list the $182,300 because that was the lowest of the three. And for Zillow, I couldn't do our current home because it's, again, a new construction, so I guess they don't have any data points. But yeah, let me transfer this over to Sticker World. I mean, the most significant growth would be Evelyn's Rory. So we had 10.6K in Evelyn's savings, and I transferred it to a 529, and she has 15K in there now. So that's exciting. I have to open up 2 more accounts for Valerie and Olivia. And then as for our debt, we got rid of the Tacoma, 25K, but we picked up an Atlas at 43. Well, now it's 43K, but at the time it was closer to 50. Our house, we had 154K in debt. We're down to 151. Townhouse, 50K debt, down to 28. That sounds really good, but 10K of it was cheating because we sold the Tacoma. And then this is my personal loan. We paid off the trailer. So that is a lot of wins within 1 year. But again, because I didn't have our home value and our vehicle values on this side, I can't do an actual comparison. I can just do line by line comparisons. I also didn't track my credit cards, but I'm debating on whether we should, because these are so volatile. Like, I always pay them off every month, if not every other week. So these will constantly be changing. And after Christmas and after eating out so much, this number is high, but I always pay it off before they charge us interest. Okay, a lot of rambling, and I'm kind of nervous to write on my planner, my new beautiful planner. But the good thing is, like, I uncoiled this once before, I can do it again. But yeah, I want to show y'all some more stuff. I attempted to record the second time. This is the third time, so I don't remember what I said. So this was 2022 year at a glance. If you get the planner from OKPLANS, she does include a 2023, and I moved it to the back because I freaking planned it. So I bought a third planner with just this kind of paper where it has the 12 boxes because I want to be better about tracking expenses throughout the year. So that includes like gas, that includes medical expenses, car maintenance expenses. I'm going to do a lot about trackers this year versus last year. So here is where I moved the 2023 calendar to the back, and then I copied Valentina and I did this layout back here. So it has income, expenses, savings, debt, and net. She only ordered debt and net because I guess she has these 3, but I decided to make this whole set for her so that the font can be consistent. And this is how it looks. I don't think I'm going to be really good at the net part because she does a zero-based budget and she's really good about being consistent, whereas I'm not, because my income is like all over the place. I currently don't officially like have a 9-to-5, 8 to 6 or whatever you want to call it job. I only have my Etsy shop. So our income is mainly from my husband, from our rental property, which is the townhouse, and then whatever little I get from Etsy. And then expenses, I do track our monthly expenses very well, but I'm really bad at tracking I do track our daily expenses well too, but my problem is calculating all the category totals at the end. And so for 2022, I really want to be better about noting where all of our variable expenses go. Savings, I haven't really done much for savings. We do the bare minimum in regards to like big goals because I'm more focused on paying off debt, but we do save, but I feel like I always like dip into that cushion all the time. So I want to be more diligent about saving for our home. We want to buy a third home in 2025, so that's going to be a new sinking fund, essentially a savings account. And then we have a cushion fund, and then I want to do a 52-week challenge. I always thought like it was silly, and I still think it's silly, but I guess it could be like our emergency fund, since most people save $1,000 first, and then other people save, you know, 3 months worth, 6 months worth of expenses. So $1,378 will, you know, start that fund for us. But instead of doing the $1 to $52, I'm going to do $52 to $1. So that way, come December, it's less money that gets taken and put away. So here's another blank layout. Don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but there are going to be a lot of trackers that I want to keep in touch with. And then we're back to this page. And then I wanted to show y'all, I think I did a video about it. This was just me drafting, because like I have 3 girls now. So Evelyn, how much was her home birth expenses? How much was her tongue tie release? How much was her photo shoot? Because I paid like $700 for each of their photo shoots. And I just wanted to compare, because this year we had a free birth, meaning I didn't have a midwife, I didn't have a doula. It was just me, Ricardo, and the kids at home. So I consider that zero, like it didn't cost me. Whereas with home birth experience, I paid over $5 grand for my midwife each time. Evelyn only had tongue tie, she didn't have a lip tie, so hers was like 500 something, and then hers was also 1,000 something. And yeah, and then I started like, okay, let me track other stuff. What do we spend in November for the girls? What do we spend in December? This is turning into December, January, because we need to fill her cavities, and it's going to be like over $700. So I'm also going to start a dental envelope. There's so many things I want to start. There's so many things I want to do, and I just need to do one thing at a time. So yeah, this is again the 12-month layout. I've been skipping around, so I know with myself and type A type personality, I'm gonna uncoil this and recoil it because everything's gonna be out of order, but still brainstorming to figure out like where I want things. So to start off, I did July through December of last year, so that way I can see this layout and then keep consistent with it over here. Also, I was like really debating on if I wanted to move January through June here, because you get the whole year's layout. But then if I move, you know, this sheet of paper out to a different part of the planner, then it would make more sense for January to December to stay on one sheet. So I'm telling you, like, I thought long and hard about this stuff. So same example here, like I put this on this side of the sheet because I wanted this to stay together if I moved it. See, like this is kind of stuck together now because this was the first sheet. So not that I had to, but you know, I started here, and so this is kind of stuck with this. This is stuck with this. This is stuck with this. This is stuck with this. But all those fonts are the same. I'm trying to keep some consistency. But yeah, back to this. I am tracking all of our monthly bills. So from July through December, I did pretty good. Again, the savings are what threw me off, because we did save $125 per check for Ricardo's check, but I used some of it, so I didn't want to include it unless we still had it. So like December, we definitely saved $375 because we had 3 checks, so I can put that there and it's still valid. But I need to subtract what we spent out of the cushion fund, what we spent out of the insurance fund, which is now the home 2025 fund. Another cute little bookmark, and then this is where I'm tracking now again. So these are, you know, monies that have already gotten taken out because they get taken out on the 1st. And I did decide to round up and not do the cents. I don't know if I want to stick with that because I don't know, I'm weird. But yeah, it did go up. So last year it was it went up like 70 cents, whatever. Okay, so then that's this part, and then I had some leftover stickers from an old font script that I had, so I decided to put them here just to keep consistent with the layout, and I'll make sure to like track things. And then I put some note paper back here. Oh, this is a cursive font, see, so same thing. But this, I think I did this before this one, so that's why it's on both pages. I might have to change it up again. Okay, so this one's going to be gas, tracking gas. So I did September, October, and November. I need to finish up December tracking, and then I'll start off again with January. All right, back to net worth. So it's beginning here. All right. let's see how I'm gonna write with this coil. Okay, so that is all for our assets. Took up the whole page. I'm gonna calculate how much that is. Let's see how I can get this to. Wow. Ugh, I want to do it again, but I'm just gonna trust myself and write this number down. $500,000. But I have to subtract my liabilities, remember? So 588,174.55. Okay, so now I'm gonna go over to liabilities, and again, I included my credit cards, even though I adamantly pay them off every month. So Amazon 148. For our liabilities, I'm gonna add that up. And we owe a total of $242,273.23. So I'm going to rewrite these numbers here. And we're going to subtract 588,174.55 minus 242,273.23. So my net worth is $345,901.32. And that's mind-boggling. Like, I've never successfully done this properly. So I guess that's why a lot of people say, like, oh, I'm a millionaire, and I'm not a millionaire, and a lot of this money isn't accessible, isn't for me, it's gonna get spent. But it's nice to see this. Like, it's nice to see all the different things that you own versus what you owe, and I'm looking forward to getting rid of this $28,000 by June of 2022. I can't calculate this because I don't have numbers from last month, but whenever I do the layout with this sticker, I'm going to do December in this column, and then I'm going to do January in this column, and then I'm going to be able to do the percentage of change here. So I'm going to save this for another video. Once I do January setup, I'm going to have all of this already set up with the December. But I just wanted to give y'all a heads up on what I had in mind. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to filming more in my new planner. Can't believe I wrote a whole page on this already. I did decent. I think I'll get a little better as time progresses. I try to take my time in writing, so I'll just speed up the video to show y'all. I'm just having a really hard time trying to figure out like what I want where. But I will get there, and I will master doing sticker budgeting. Okay, thank you guys for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Bye!